The snow was coming down hard, the kind of silent, relentless fall that turns everything white and weightless, except the tension in the air. A government-issue black SUV sat parked just off a narrow service road in Montana, half buried in slush. Its engine was dead. No signal, no movement, just the faint hum of wind whispering through pine. Brigadier General Jordan Hale stepped out, adjusting the collar of his coat. His boots crunched into the snow like slow punctuation marks. The plan was to take 2 days off-grid, recharge, breathe. But someone had called it in. Suspicious male, alone, armed maybe. The first flashlight beam hit his chest like a spotlight. Then came the voice, cold and clipped. Hands where I can see them. No introduction, no questions, just judgment. Jordan didn't flinch. He'd survived war zones, led troops through sieges and fires. But this was different. Because in this country, sometimes the uniform on your chest means less than the color of your skin. And in that moment, surrounded by silence, snow, and suspicion, he realized something. Real power isn't who salutes you, it's who believes you matter without seeing the stars on your shoulder. Jordan Hale didn't believe in making noise. At 47, he'd spent most of his adult life inside secure facilities, high-level briefings, and classified missions. A brigadier general in the U.S. Army, Jordan wasn't the kind of man you noticed in a crowd. That was by design. Quiet precision, measured words. Everything about him whispered control. The trip to Montana was supposed to be nothing. 48 hours off-grid in a borrowed SUV, a cabin halfway up Cedar Ridge. No detail, no entourage, just quiet and snow. He'd taken off his stars, folded his uniform into a canvas bag, stashed in the back seat. That night, the mountain roads were slick with ice. GPS lost signal halfway through mile marker 12. He wasn't worried. This wasn't Fallujah. This was America. So when the SUV coughed, sputtered, and died under a ridge of frozen pines, he barely sighed. He wrapped himself in his coat and stepped out, phone in hand, ready to troubleshoot, maybe hike back toward the last gas station. What he didn't know was this. A local rancher had already called 911. A lone black man, out-of-state plates, parked near my land. That was enough. Because sometimes, the most dangerous thing a man can do is exist. In the wrong place, at the wrong time, with the wrong skin. The first squad car appeared without sound. Just the sudden strobe of red and blue bouncing off tree trunks like warning flares in the snow. Sheriff Kyle Benson stepped out, mid-30s, barrel-chested, thumb tucked into his belt like a man who'd inherited this land, this job, and this suspicion. He didn't say hello, didn't ask if Jordan was okay, just stood there, boots sinking into slush, eyes scanning the SUV like it had secrets. "This your vehicle?" Jordan nodded. "Borrowed it. Driving up to Cedar Ridge. Mind telling me why you're parked on hunting land?" It broke down. GPS lost signal. "I'm not armed if that's your concern." That last part, he shouldn't have had to say it. But he said it anyway. Benson tilted his head. "License? In the glove box. ID too." "No sudden moves," the sheriff muttered, already unhooking the strap on his holster. Jordan moved slowly. No threat, no tension in his shoulders. Everything about him said, "I've done this dance before." But Benson wasn't listening. Or maybe he was listening to something else, something older, uglier. "Name," he barked. "Jordan Hale." Benson chuckled. "You expect me to believe you're some big-shot military? Out here in a busted car, alone, middle of nowhere?" "I didn't ask you to believe me," Jordan said, calm as ice. "I asked you to check the ID." But the badge wasn't looking for truth. It was looking for control. And what came next wasn't about safety, it was about power. "Turn around," Benson ordered. Jordan didn't move. So Benson did. Twist, grip. Metal clinked. A 3-star soldier was just reduced to a suspect, and the snow kept falling like nothing happened. The cuffs were tight. Not painful, just deliberate. A message. Jordan said nothing. Still no ID checked. Still no license run. Just a story forming from suspicion. Jordan exhaled, slow, controlled. Then he shifted his weight slightly, just enough to lean back against the SUV. And with 2 fingers, barely moving, he tapped a hidden panel built into his watch band. The signal was silent, no flash, no sound. But 240 miles away, in a secure military command center, a red icon blinked. Unmarked helicopters, silent rotors. 6 men in black stepped forward. One approached. Clean lines, sharp salute, voice firm. "Sir, are you unharmed?" Benson blinked. "Sir?" Jordan turned his head.